Okay, so we are supposed to solve 2x cubed squared equals 3x. Okay, this is a higher degree polynomial. It is to what power? The third power, right? It's a cubic. So because it's to the third power, I'm looking for 3 solutions. Now before I could even look for solutions, just like in quadratics, we need to put this in standard form. Standard form means I need to move the 3x over there. Okay? So standard form would be 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 3x equals 0. Now this cubic looks like it factors pretty easily. Looks like there's a GCF, which would then take you down to a quadratic. Feel free on any of these to solve by factoring or solve by graphing. Your choice. Just keep in mind that you cannot solve by graphing if the solutions are imaginary. So what I suggest you do, probably the fastest and easiest way, is to type that in your calculator. If you see it cross 3 times, then you go and you get those 3 solutions in your. If it doesn't cross 3 times, is that you're going to have to factor it to get the imaginary. Okay, imaginary solutions is they come in pairs. So pairs means imaginary would come in either no imaginary, 2 imaginary, 4 imaginary, 6 imaginary. So the only options for this is that we have 1 real and 2 imaginary, or they're all real. Okay. So let's first type this in and see what we're looking at here. Two x cubed minus 5x squared minus 3x. Now remember, you want to put 0 down there so you can do second calc intersect. So let's see what the graph looks like. If it crosses 3 times, this is a very easy problem. Does it cross 3 times? Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to see, but it looks like it like barely comes up, right? Do you guys remember how to like zoom into that so you can see it a little better? Yeah, we could try zoom in. Zoom in. And I usually put the cursor like right here and then hit enter. And I don't like how that looks. So I'm going to go back to zoom standard. Which is how we had it originally. And I'm actually just going to put a box around that. So I'm going to put a box from like here to here, and so I can kind of see the solution better. So I'm going to go zoom box, and I'm going to choose the upper left coordinate, about right there. And then I want to include all 3 solutions to get that third solution, and then down, that's about to see all 3 solutions. There's my 3 solutions. Okay. Now to get the solution, you go second calc intersect. You go close to the solution you want and you hit enter 3 times. You hit second calc intersect again, this time going to whatever solution you're wanting the next time. So like second calc intersect, if I hit enter 3 times, it'll give me one of them. And it says one solution is 0, 0. Now if I hit second calc intersect again, until I move the cursor closer to one. So second intersect, I'm just going to just spit back. So this time I need to go over to this side, hit enter 3 times, and I get negative 0.5, 0. That's another solution. And then finally, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a solution right here. Second calc intersect. I have to move my cursor close to that 0, and then I'm going to hit enter 3 times. Come on. 3 times. 1, 3. And so my 3, 0. Okay, things to watch out for is if it's a 0, then the y-coordinate should be a 0. Okay. Another thing to look out for is if it's to the 3rd power, then you need 3 solutions. Okay. Because I was able to see all 3 of my solutions by graphing, I'm done. I found my solutions. Okay. Now let's say you didn't have a graphing calculator. Remember, and you don't have to do it this way, but I could factor it and get the same solutions. Okay, factoring that has a GCF. GCF is x, leaving 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. This is a quadratic trinomial. A is not 1. That's where you take 2 times -3, -6. So you're looking for 2 numbers and multiply to -6 and add to, which one? -5, right? -5. And those 2 numbers are -6 and 1? Okay. So I'm going to replace -5x with -6x plus 1x. So it's 2x squared minus 6x plus 1x minus 3. Divide it in half. GCF over here is 2x, leaving x minus 3. Over here, the biggest thing that goes in here is 1, leaving x minus 3. So you get x minus 3, 2x plus 1, and then you also have that x. So to get the same 3 solutions, you set each factor equal to 0. So here would be x equals 0, which is what you already got. Here would be x equals 3, which you already got that. And then here, 2x plus 1 equals 0. X equals -1/2, which you also got that solution. So what I'm trying to show here is if you have a polynomial, type it in the graphing calculator. If you could get all the solutions just by looking at the graph, great. Okay. If you don't have a graphing calculator, almost always you could factor it. Okay. But one thing to keep in mind is you have to factor if you graph it and it doesn't cross the 3 times, because then that means you would have 2 imaginary and 1 real solution.